Aquarius, how are you? I am bringing you a general reading for the collective of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Happy birthday! It is Aquarius season, so I'm sending you all the best for your solar return and the year that is about to unfold. Okay, so Cosmos. We have got Venus is turned around. She will station direct tomorrow on the 29th. Mercury's still in retrograde. He doesn't turn around until February 4th, so that's a little bit further down the road. But your new moon is coming up on the 31st of the 1st, the 31st on the west coast of the United States, and the 1st of February, all other points around the globe, most points around the globe, I should say. So that energy is all very good for you. It's you should be feeling very, how shall I say, ascended, like you're up leveling. Something new and fresh is pointing you in a new direction. So when I pulled your oracle, we started with Oracle of the Seven Energies. You got card 45, Beyond the Ordinary. Gemini got this, no, not Gemini, Libra got this card as well. So two air signs got the same card. And what this is speaking to is about trusting in the invisible, mystical side of life without necessarily understanding it, just trusting it. And it's also been talking about the fact that you've been surrendering to the not knowing of it all. And this is where you've come from. So where are you now? Card 55 from Shaman's Dream, the farther gate, bold step forward. Just pulled this card for Capricorn yesterday. So there's a message here, like we're all kind of needing to take a bold step forward. It is talking about your evolution. You are evolving. So you want to lift your eyes and walk toward the future. The next experience awaits you. So take a bold step forward. This card also warns you not to hesitate. Stop marking time if that's a pattern of yours, because you may lose the opportunity. And then where you're headed from Enchanted Map, we got card 31, Dry Desert. And I know that kind of makes you feel like, am I heading to like a barren, dry desert? Well, if you are, what you're being asked to do here is to dig deep for inspiration, for sustenance, right? So you're meant to become resilient and adaptable to whatever the external circumstances are that you're heading toward. So you're going to want to conserve your energy. You're going to want to adapt to your environment. You're going to want to dig deep within and trust that spirit will sustain you. So I kind of feel like your bold step forward may feel like you're walking into like some futuristic, dry landscape, and you're going to have to dig for the water, is what this is telling you. But you're already trusting in the not knowing. You've already surrendered to it. And so this does feel very ascended to me. It does feel like there's an up-leveling here, evolution of your soul and spirit, where the trust is now so embedded and ingrained that even when you come upon a situation where you're not getting any mana, you're not getting any material to work with, you still are able to adapt to the environment. I like it. As always, Aquarius, you keep me on my toes. Very lovely oracle. Good oracle. Let's see what's going on in your connection. This is Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can be here as a cross watcher. That's fine. Sometimes the energies come through reverse. So just as long as the storyline resonates, that's what's most important. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do hope you'll consider joining us by subscribing. And for those of you who are returning, much love to you. It's a little co-creative energy. Very interesting. And transformation. Now this is in the challenge position. So there may be something that you kind of have to part with or let go of, or something has to evolve. Yeah, I want to say Capricorn got this card in the same place. So it feels like it's a theme. We're letting go of things that aren't working, right? We're not getting any cooperation. We're not getting any collaborative, co-creative energy. Underneath, Page of Wands. In the past, we have the Magician. Right now, okay, so in this position, this is usually what crowns you is something that sort of serves your manifestation of the desired outcome. That is not a card that you want to be in that energy of, but it may be something you're contending with. So it could be some self-sabotage that, you know, is kind of coming from the top of the deck. We've got the High Priestess going forward. Yes, Spirit says. What's going on? Yeah. Sun on the bottom. Oh, happy day. That feels good to me. A little sunlight in the shadowy area. But yeah, Spirit's talking to you here about, you know, some emotional confusion, lack of clarity, maybe some emotional overwhelm, even the hidden energies. There's some healing around this that may need to be done or may be unfolding even without you focusing on it consciously. Because in your hopes and fears, we have the Lover's card. This can be a card of, you know, union, reunion, but it's also a card of choice. And sometimes the choice is to come home to self, to merge the masculine and the feminine within and let that be your North Star. Let that be your focus. And I'm saying that because your outcome card is a Two of Wands. What do you want? In a world of possibilities, the choice is yours, Aquarius. So let's see what's coming through. Three of Pentacles, Death. Everyone's in so much resistance, and there's the marking time card. That's probably the issue, is that there's maybe some resistance around the transformation of something that hasn't been working, but that you're resisting letting go of it. So you're just sort of marking time here. Underneath is the Queen of Pentacles. She knows better. So I almost feel like this is your inner self-care energy. Underneath, Queen of Pentacles is a feminine archetype of a life partner, but it feels to me like it's really pointing to doing what you need to feel solid and grounded and stable, while you're sort of sorting through here in the juggling act what you really do need to release, because you're in some measure of resistance. Now, could be totally flipped around. Could be that, you know, your divine counterpart is the one in resistance to what needs to change. So I just want to throw that out there. Page of Wands underneath. Yes, King of Swords. That could be you, Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles, Chariot. Kind of feel like you're excited. We have the Page of Wands, the King of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, almost as if, and then what's on the very bottom here is Cancerian energy of the Chariot. And that is, you can read that two ways. One is moving forward victoriously, right? Having something manifest. It's a success card. It's a victory card. But it can also be moving away from something that no longer serves you. And I almost feel like that's the new territory, right? The Page of Wands. You're getting a little, you know, flick of the match, a little bit of inspiration. And, you know, I'm almost seeing the King of Swords as that part of your energy areas, Aquarius, where you may be kind of strategizing your next move as a single person, right? In this autonomous, independent energy of the Nine of Pentacles, she's a master manifester. And underneath, you're kind of preparing to move forward and or away from something that doesn't serve. So I'm feeling some resistance here from the top, in the present energies, but underneath I kind of see some movement beginning, some things beginning to shift, and a little flavor of excitement, you know, curiosity toward what might be coming. So the Magician in the past, yeah, almost like very patiently working your manifestation game, calling in this 10 of Cups, that energy of fulfillment, emotional completion. I got everything right where I wanted. I couldn't be any happier. The happily ever after card. But it's almost feeling like you've been doing this for yourself. And being very patient. Like there's a lot of wisdom in the Temperance card. It is about self-control and restraint. Yes, it's also about transmutation. So knowing you have all the tools at your disposal to transmute fear into love. So the fear is way underneath, and I kind of feel like this is in the past what you've been working on, right? Beyond the ordinary, sort of trusting in the invisible, mystical, magical side of how the universe works, and, you know, really looking to transform what you haven't been able to understand, what has escaped you or eluded you or created some measure of not just fear, but that the fear that kind of comes from the not knowing, the fear of like, what's on the other side of this? I don't know what this person is up to. I don't know, you know, where this is headed, if it's headed anywhere at all. And underneath, you're working that out very nicely for yourself, and you're kind of, you know, curious about it and wanting the movement. In the past, you had all the tools at your disposal, but you knew that for some reason they were meant for a different purpose, and you kind of waited that out. Temperance, you waited that out. But it was about transmutation. Transmuting fear, apprehension, uncertainty, whatever that moon means to you, into a sense of feeling complete on an emotional level. Five of Swords, where you are right now. Energetically walking away from game playing. That's what has to change and transform. Wow, wow, wow. Powerful message you're getting here, Aquarius, right? The Five of Swords can be self-sabotage, or it could be someone that played games, head games with you, right? Can be a little bit of gaslighting, can be, you know, some people see the Five of Swords as a zero-sum game, right? If I can't win, ain't nobody gonna win. And I feel like that's, you're walking away from it, and this does feel like there may be some energy of like you've made peace with it. You've made peace with it, and you're, you know, it's okay. You can kind of let it go. So this does feel like death as an ending to something that felt like it was either a setup or when the deck is like proverbially stacked against you. Like, I can't win for trying. So almost as if whoever this person is someone that set it up so that you could not kind of get a foothold. You couldn't really make any forward motion. Yeah, but you're walking away, you're making peace with it, whether it was game playing or gaslighting or manipulation or whatever it was. Sabotage, that's the word I was looking for. Kind of feel you're over that. You're letting it go. You've made peace with it. Things are starting to transform. High Priestess, going forward. Yeah. Woo, Five of Swords again. I feel the High Priestess is like your radar, right? Your inner knowing, because we've got beyond the ordinary, and this is the seventh chakra in this deck, because it's 7 energies. It's a 7th chakra. So we're talking, right? Your higher self, your inner knowing, even though beyond the ordinary tells you you don't know what you don't know, and you got to be okay with that. I feel like in the future you will know. You will have that intuitive hit that there's something that is not for your highest good. If you want happiness, A, you can't sabotage yourself, but B, you cannot fall back into the trap that has been set for you in the past. Because that's what you're resolving here. You're bringing an end to that. So I feel the energy of the High Priestess is your intuition, is you being able to ferret that out just by your highest vibration of your own inner knowing. So not suspicion of it, but just, wait a minute. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So it's overcoming that 5 of Swords energy. And I do see the healing card, so I get the impression that that will be sorted through, or is being sorted through. 7 of Cups. Message from Spirit. Yeah, all the confusion, all the emotional overwhelm. You're about to see things very clearly if you haven't already. Ace of Swords. And there's the Knight of Wands, and underneath is the 4 of Cups. So for those of you who have had the confusion of someone who's there, then they're not there, then they're there, then they're not there. Are they friend zoning me? Are they rejecting me? Whatever it is, I ain't happy about it. I'm confused. And Spirit says, we're going to give you the insight. You're going to get super clear on all this. So I do feel the message is, yeah, confused no more. Confused no more. Insight, awareness, epiphanies. 4 of Swords is the hidden energy. Ooh, my. 2 Queens and the Justice card. So I almost feel like you're healing what you don't have the answers to. The answer is the Queen of Swords underneath, truth seeker, truth teller. Well, underneath suggests that, you know, she's not operating in your conscious awareness. It's sort of running on a loop in the back of your mind, that you don't have all the answers here, but you're getting very meditative about it, very zen. This is a focus on healing and integration with the Justice card, but from a place of like emotional, like compassion for yourself. And feeling what you're working through requires your own compassion, to be sensitive, be gentle with yourself as you begin to process and put all the pieces together, because you're getting this Ace of Swords. And even though the Queen of Swords is underneath here, it suggests to me that that's part of the issue of what needs to be healed, is you've never really been able to get the truth of the situation or get answers to the questions that you have for this person. You've been waiting, and there's just been resistance around the whole thing for you, like not wanting to let go. But now sort of seeing intuitively as you move forward, seeing intuitively that if the deck is stacked against you, you don't need any answers to your questions. That's the answer. There is a zero-sum game being played, and, you know, I'm not going to win. That's difficult energy. Lovers. 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Star. Wow. Hopes and or fears. Again, 2 of Swords is, both these cards are cards of choice, a decision that has to be made here, or that you're struggling to make, or you may just be afraid of the truth that comes through it. Is it's within, right? It's something you really need to kind of search yourself for, and I think it has, you know, everything to do with the heartache you've experienced. There's your card, Aquarius, the star underneath. So I feel like you're hoping that you can get clarity around this to the degree that you can heal. You can, again, more integration with the Gemini energy of the Lovers. I mean, I just feel like you're starting to put all the pieces together if you haven't already, and you're almost close to putting a bow on it, and calling it a wrap. So it's coming through as more of a hope than a fear. A hope that this is it, that you're, well, you know, for some of you, you may be hoping for reunion, and you may be fearing getting hurt again. But the way that everything else is sort of flowed in this reading, it sort of seems more of a hope that you're, you know, coming through this intact, right? The whole being greater than the sum of its parts. And Two of Wands, where are you headed? I feel like you're going to need to sort of examine the choices, right? Two of Wands is the paths that lie before you, the world in the palm of your hands. What do you want? And here you are saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to pick the wrong thing. And, you know, I don't want to go in the wrong direction. The Hanged Man is that energy of stasis, not moving forward at all, but maybe needing to examine it from the 30,000-foot view, really get a lay of the land before you move forward. And I'm feeling a little bit of this because dry desert, right? If you let this whole thing go, underneath is that Knight of Cups. That would be, you know, an offer of love, but I feel like you're anticipating something that may never happen. So you really need to take the 30,000-foot view, really examine the whole situation from new perspectives, maybe with fresh eyes. It feels to me like you're worried that you're not seeing something very clearly. You're sort of surrendering to it with the one hand, but on the other hand, you're just frozen in time and in space, and a decision has to be made. What's roaming around in your unconscious awareness here in your psyche is, but what if they come back? You know, what if they come with an offer of love? So I don't think this is you. I think this is them. So you're worried about this, you know, well, if I choose a path and go in a different direction, then will I miss that opportunity? No. If you stay where you are, if you keep marking time, Two of Pentacles, and you keep resisting the inevitable, the very necessary transformation, the releasing something that needs to die off and, you know, be parted with. If you stay in that sort of marking time while you're waiting for something to change with this person, I feel like, you know, you may miss an opportunity. That is the message that's coming through really clearly here. Many of you have been in the comments and seem pretty together about this, like pretty clear that this is where it's been headed. And I am feeling like you're elevating now. You see the game. You're ascending now. You see the game. You know that this is not something you want. That Five of Swords energy from the top of the deck 2 times. You're very clear that this was a setup in a way that you couldn't win no matter what. Right? They're moving the pieces on the chessboard, and they always come out the winner, and you're left empty-handed. So I do feel like that's the shift that's taking place. And you may run into some energy of not wanting to take that next step or choose that path for fear of what you're losing behind, or worry or anxiety about what you'll be leaving behind. But Spirit's going to bring in some clarity for you, and I think that's your best bet, is to sort of be an open channel for that, to receive those messages. Okay, so Aquarius, if this is resonating for you, there is a link in the description box for the extended, which will be all from this person's point of view. What is this game about? Five of Swords, Five of Swords. Why do they keep, you know, avoiding you or setting you up for something that you cannot claim? You know what I'm saying? It just feels like there's a missing piece here. So I'm going to examine that, how they see the situation or how they think about the situation. And, you know, also when it comes to you, what are their perceptions about you and what are their intentions going forward? The link to that's below, but let me tell you who showed up. We have Scorpio out twice with the Death card. Queen of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I think it's a message for you for self-care. We have the King of Swords, can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo, Chariot in the Cancerian, Chariot is Cancerian energy. Magician, Virgo, and Gemini. Temperance is Sagittarian energy. The Moon is Pisces. High Priestess is Pisces. The Sun is Leo. Sagittarian energy in the Knight of Wands. Queen of Cups can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Justice is Libra. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Lovers is Gemini. A lot of air energy. Your card right here, Aquarius, is the Star. More Pisces in the Hanged Man. So, let's see what unfolds with this person. Links below. I'll see you there. Otherwise, take care. Happy birthday. Bye, Aqua. Aqua.